Good morning, students. So now we are going to do the chapter marketing. So this is chapter number 2, marketing, last and sales, marketing and sales, chapter number 2. So as per your syllabus, last time we have completed the meaning of marketing and objectives of marketing. This we have completed in our last class. Now, today we are going to learn the difference between marketing and sales. So, marketing and sales, this today we are going to learn the difference between the marketing and the sales. So first difference between the marketing and the sales is the marketing is a wider term. Marketing is a wide, if you see the scope. First difference you can see from the scopes. Marketing is a wider term. It includes selling. But selling involves the exchange of goods and services with a price. Selling is the exchange of goods and services between the buyers and the selling. So selling is an exchange of goods and services between the buyers and the sellers for a money. So this is a selling. So selling is exchange of goods and services between the buyers and the sellers. So the medium of exchange is money. But here marketing means a wider term. Marketing includes selling. So marketing is a wider term. There are many activities in the marketing. So one of the activity is selling. So this is the first difference between the marketing and selling. So we can say selling is the exchange of goods and services between the buyers and the seller in terms of money. So whereas marketing is a wider in terms which includes selling. So number 2 difference. Second difference is focus. Focus. Selling focus on the need of the seller. Selling is focused on the need of the seller. So seller want to sell more and more goods. So selling is focused on the need of the seller, whereas marketing focus on the need of the customers. What type of goods are liked by the customers? So always marketing focus on the customers. What are the needs? What are the habits of the consumers? What does the consumer prefer? What are the tastes of the consumers? So goods are to be sold in the market as per the taste, habits, preference of the consumers. So marketing always focus on the needs of the consumer, what consumer needs, whereas selling focus on the need of the seller. So next we have and here marketing begins before the goods are produced and ends when the customers are satisfied. So marketing starts before the goods are produced and ends when the customers are satisfied. Whereas selling starts after the goods are produced and ends when the goods are sold. So this is the beginning, and in selling begins after the product and manufacturing and comes to an end when it is transferred to the buyer. The goods are, so selling starts when after the goods are produced, selling starts after the goods are produced and ends when the goods are transferred to the customer. The goods are produced, now the produced goods are sold in the transferred to the customers. As soon as the goods are transferred to the consumers with exchange of price, selling is finished. But marketing Marketing starts before the goods are produced. So marketing has to see what type of the goods are to be produced. Marketing has to study the customers, because marketing focus on the customers. Marketing has to see what type of goods are liked by the consumers, what is the demand of the consumers, how much they can afford to pay for the goods and services. So marketing has to research the market. So marketing starts before the goods are produced. And when the goods are sold also, after the sale also, marketing has to see whether the customers are satisfied or not. So marketing ends only after the customer satisfaction. If the customers are not satisfied, marketing has to again review the product and whatever corrections are to be made in the product, they have to rectify it and again launch the market to satisfy them. So here marketing starts before the goods are produced and ends when the customers or consumers are satisfied. So that's the beginning. Selling starts after the goods are produced and ends with the exchange of and ends when it is transferred to the buyer. But whereas marketing starts before the goods are produced and ends after the consumer satisfaction. So next is oriented. Orientation. Selling is internal, oriented. It seeks the maximize the profit. That means selling is internal. It always focus on selling more and more goods and to increase the profit for the business. So selling is an internal oriented because it seeks the maximize the profit to increase the volume of sale. Selling means they always try to increase the volume of sale and to increase the profit. But whereas marketing always focus on it is always focused on the customer side. They always focus the customer. They always try to maximize the profit by satisfaction of the consumer. So marketing also focus on the profit, but they primarily by satisfying the consumer. That we have to see. So on the other hand, marketing is external oriented. It seeks to achieve profit to the customer satisfaction. So they achieve the profit through customers satisfaction. So selling, it is internal. Selling is an internal oriented, and they always try to maximize the profit. But whereas marketing is an external, they always try to satisfy the consumers and earn the profit. So they earn the profit by satisfying the consumer. Marketing focus on achieving the profit through customer satisfaction. So it is external oriented. So next one, number 5, demand creation. So demand creation. So selling is the existence because of the demand. When there is a demand, the goods are sold. So selling is directly linked with the demand. The more demand of the goods, the more is the sale. So selling exists on the demand of the farm's product. That means if the product are advertised, there is a sale. But here on the other hand, marketing involves the creation and maintenance of the consumer demand. But marketing is to create the demand. Marketing is focusing on creating the demand to make the goods popular on the market. And selling is when there is a demand, the selling can be done. The selling is possible when there is a demand. But marketing aims at making the goods popular, creating the demand of the product. So in this way, selling is the existence of demand. If there is no demand, there is no sale. If there is a demand, there is a sale. So selling is the existence of demand. Selling is the existence of demand. Whereas marketing creates the demand in the market. So marketing creates the demand by advertisement. So this is how the demand is created by marketing, but selling is existing on the demand of the product. So in this way, this is the difference between the marketing and sales. So here once more, the main difference here is scope. You see the selling scope. If you see the scope, selling involves exchange. Selling means to exchange the goods and services between the buyers and sellers. Whereas marketing focus on the customers wider term, and they always try. It not only selling but also it's a wider term. It involves a planning for the product. So development of the product planning development. It's a very wide marketing, but whereas selling is a part of marketing. So focus is customers. Selling is focusing on the profit motive. They focus on the seller side. Seller they try to increase the profit, so they focus on the seller. Whereas marketing they focus on the consumers, what consumers want. So they always try to know the needs of the consumers. So marketing is the consumers oriented, whereas sales is a customer. Sales is a sellers oriented. It is beginning and end. Marketing begins before the goods are produced and ends after the customer satisfaction. But if you see the selling starts after the goods are produced and ends when it is transferred to the buyer. So orientation, if the orientation selling is oriented to maximize the profit, whereas marketing is oriented to satisfy the consumers and on the profit. They are marketing also on the profit, but they target on satisfying the consumers. So demand creation, marketing creates the demand in the market, and selling exists only when there is demand. So this is the difference between the marketing. And now we'll go to the product and services. The meaning of product. A product in a narrow sense means a product means a set of tangible and physical attributes in the sense like color, weight, its size. So that is assembled in the identifiable form, which is offered to the consumer for the sale. So like for example, a pen. So it is tangible, and it has physical attributes like it is white and black, it is long and it is round. So it is made up of plastic. So this is the physical attributes. So a product is a tangible and it has a physical attribute. Physical attributes are it has a color, it has a size, it is made of plastics. So it has an ink. So physical attributes, and it is assembled. All these are assembled, and it can be identified as a pen, identified, and it is offered to the consumers for the purpose of sale. So this is known as a product. So if you see the meaning of product, narrow sense here, product is a set of tangible and physical attributes like here weight, size, color. So weight, size, color, etc. Assembled in ident- identifiable form, identifiable form that a seller offer to the customer for sale. So product is a set of tangible and physical attributes. Physical attributes, as I said, the pen, it has a weight, it has a size, it has a color, and all these are assembled in an identifiable form, so that a seller is offering to the consumer or customer for the sale. For example of the product is a pen, is a table, is a product. For example, computer is a product. A car is a product. So pen, table, a computer, car. So these are the different examples of the product. So product, it is a set of tangible. Tangible means the features of the product are like here. The features are features of product. So it is tangible. Tangible means here the product is tangible. We can see, we can touch, we can shift to another place. So this is known as it has a physical existence. It has a physical existence. We can see, we can touch, we can change its place. So the product is tangible in nature. It has shape and size. So we can touch it, we can shift its place. So it can be made, it can be touched. So this is the tangible. So another feature of the product is associated attributes. So in addition to its form, shape, size, color, weight, so there are other attributes are associated here, like warranty, it's goodwill, it's a brand name of the. So this pen I am using of this is SWOC brand. So every product has its brand. They give a warranty to the consumers. So that is associated attributes to the product. So another we have life cycle. Life cycle means the product is produced. It takes birth from the factory, manufacturing place, and it has a life. It is used by the consumers for a particular period of time. After that, the product expires. This is the life cycle of the product. The product is manufactured, it takes birth in the factory, manufacturing place, and it is used for a certain period of time. After that, the product has no value. It cannot be used. So that means the product expires. So that means product has a life cycle. So after that, we can say exchange value. Exchange value. A product has an exchange value that it can be exchanged with a money that is known as in price. The customers pay a price for the product and sellers give a product to the consumer. So the product is exchanged with the price, the money value of the product. So that's why it has a product has a certain value. It is expressed, the value of the product is expressed in terms of money that is offered to the consumers, customers, and customers pay a price for that. So customer pay a price to the money to the seller, and the seller give a product to the consumer. So this is known as an exchange value. So after that, you can say need satisfaction. Every product is meant to satisfy the needs of the consumers. Every product is produced to satisfy the consumer's need. The product is meant only for the consumers. So it has to satisfy the consumers. So it always satisfies the desire, the wants, the needs of the consumers. So product has a utility that satisfies the consumers. So always that's why need satisfaction. A product always satisfy the consumer's need. So this is a product. So these are features of the product. It is tangible. So associated attributes like brand name, goodwill, patent, so warranty, life cycle. So it start with the from the manufacturing concern when it's manufactured and it is used, and slowly the product will the value of the product will decline, and afterwards the product will expire. It comes to zero value, so it is expired. So exchange value of the product always exchange in terms of money, that's known as in price. So seller will give a product to the buyer and buyer pay the price for that product. So satisfaction a product always satisfy the consumers. So this is all about the product sales. Topic is services, the meaning of services. So services differ from the product. Services, the meaning of services is services are intangible in nature. They are intangible, and they are the intangible and that satisfy the need of the need of the consumers. So they are intangible in nature. So the benefits and the utilities of these services are for the that are offered to the consumers for the sale. So, but they cannot be seen, they cannot be touched. It is intangible in nature. For example, transportation, banking, insurance, packaging. So these services they are intangible. These are intangibles, and they cannot be so that's why they cannot be stored for the future. So it has no physical appearance. It has no shape and size. We cannot touch it. Just we feel it only. We can feel, but we cannot touch it because we cannot see. It has no physical existence. So even the doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant, so they also provide services to their clients. So these are also example of the service like doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant, engineers. So they are also coming under the services. So these are benefited to the consumers, but it has no physical appearance. It cannot be stored for the futures. So for commercials, these products, these services are of different type of services are there. For example, if you see commercial services includes like traders. Traders provide different type of services, like traders are wholesaler, retailers provide different type of services to the consumers. Even the transporters, you can see that transportation, railway transportation, vehicle transportation, by air transportation, by ship also, or also communications. So these are the commercial. Even the banking, they provide services to the customers. So they all are the commercial services. So again, we have a professional services. Professional service are, for example, service provided by the doctor, lawyer, a chartered accountant. These are the commercial professional services, because the doctor, they are profession. Doctor be treating his patient in his chamber, so in his clinic. So a doctor, a lawyer, an architecture, engineers. So they provide services to their clients. So they are coming under professional services. Again, you can see personal services. Personal services are a beauty parlor, a laundry. So mobile repairing center. So they are the personal services. Theaters. So shoe repairing, a guest house. They are example of personal services. Again, you can see public utility services. like gas. So they provide water. So they are public utility services to the people that is given by the government to the citizen of the country, like electricity, water supply. So they are public utility services. So again, we can see hospitals, government hospitals. So they are all sanitary services. So they are all coming under the public utility services. So these are the meaning of services. The services refers to they are intangible benefits, utilities, and satisfaction which are offered to the consumer for sale, but they are intangible. They are untouchable. We cannot touch it. We can just feel only. So they cannot be stored for the future also, because it has no physical existence. So it cannot be stored for the future. So these are the services. See, the service transportation are services. Communication is a services. So banking is a services. So insurance is a services. Warehousing is a services. Even so professional services are there, like a doctor, chartered accountant, lawyer, teachers. So they are the professional services. So this is the meaning of services. Services are those intangible benefits and utilities. So that satisfy the consumers. So the main thing is it has no physical existence. It is untouchable. We cannot touch it, and we cannot store it also. We cannot store for the future. So there is a difference between the product and the services. So there is a different. If you see the services are those. If you see services refer to the intangible. It refer to the intangible benefits, utilities, and satisfaction. Satisfaction which are offered for sale. Which are offered for sale. For example, you can say transportation. Transportation, communication, warehousing, so warehousing, banking, so bank advertisement, So this service cannot be stored for the future use. Services cannot be stored for future. Services cannot be stored for future. We cannot keep it for futures, since they are. It has no physical existence. It has no physical existence. It has no physical existence. So there are some professional services, professional services are doctor, lawyer is there, doctors, lawyer, chartered accountant. So engineers, architects. So there are so many examples of the professional service providers. So they are doctors, lawyers, chartered accountant, architects, engineers. So they are the also professional services. So there are commercial services are there. There are professional services are there. Even if you see there is a personal services. Personal services are so personal services are can say beauty parlor, shoes repairing. So shoes repair. So these are the beauty parlor, shoes repairing, yeah, barber. So these are the personal services for laundry. So laundry is example of professional services or personal services. So in this way, we have public utilities also. In the public utilities that survives that example of that provides the services like post and telegraph. So post and telegraph department, police, fire brigade, military, school, colleges, water, electricity supply. All these are the example of service, different type of public utility services. So this is all about the services, and there is a difference between the let's go to the difference between the services product and the services. So products are fully tangible, whereas services are intangible. So if you see the difference between the product and the services. Product and services now. Difference between product and product and services. So better write in a few form. Product and services. So product is fully tangible. Number one is fully tangible. Fully tangible. They are intangible. They have no feedback. So it is intangible. It is intangible. It is intangible. It has no physical activity. It has no physical existence. So it has no physical existence. It cannot be touched. So it cannot be externalized. So they are fully tangible. We can see, we can touch, we can feel. So we can externalize the product. So this is the first difference between the product and services. So product can be stored. It can be stored. It cannot be stored. It cannot be stored for future use. Future use. So it cannot be stored for the future use. So it's not possible. So it is not possible. So this is the difference. Product can be replaced. Product can be replaced. It cannot be replaced. It cannot be replaced. So it is durable. So here it is usually perishable in nature. They are durable and usually perishable. Durable. It is durable in nature and it is perishable. Perishable, durable, and it is perishable in nature. So these are the. So here ownership can be transferred. Ownership cannot be transferred. Ownership can be transferred. Ownership can be transferred. Ownership cannot be transferred. Ownership cannot be transferred. So if you see the difference between the product and services, it is fully tangible. We can see, we can feel, we can touch, we can change its place. It is intangible. It has no physical existence. Product can be stored, but service cannot be stored for the future use. But product can be stored. If you do not like today, you can eat tomorrow also. You can day after tomorrow also. But services not like you cannot store it. Product can be replaced, but services cannot be replaced. It is durable in nature. It is perishable. Ownership can be transferred. Product ownership can be transferred, and service ownership cannot be transferred. So these are the difference between the product and services. So go through the difference between product and services, the meaning of product, the meaning of services. So these are a very important topic. So go through it. So for today this much. Thank you.